Today, the judges of Pretrial Chamber 1 of the International Criminal Court unanimously confirmed all the charges against Rodrigo Roa Duterte and committed him to trial before a trial chamber.
Ihanda na dapat ng mga Duterte ang kanilang mga nakatagong bilyones dahil tuloy ang paglilitis kay former President Rodrigo Duterte sa International Criminal Court matapos pagtibayin ang kasong crimes against humanity.
Pretrial Chamber 1 concluded that there are substantial grounds to believe that Mr. Duterte is responsible for the crimes against humanity of murder and attempted murder.
Formal nang haharap sa paglilitis sa ICC si Duterte matapos kumpirmahin ng mga hukom ang mga kasong crimes against humanity laban sa kanya kaugnay ng madugong war on drugs na kumitil umano sa libu-libong buhay mula 2011 hanggang 2019.
These crimes were allegedly committed as part of a widespread and systematic attack against the civilian population on the territory of the Republic of the Philippines between the 1st of November 2011 and the 16th of March 2019 in the context of the War on Drugs campaign.
Sa isang matinding pasya, nagkaisang sinabi ng pre-trial judges na may sapat at matibay na basehan upang paniwalaang nagawa ni Duterte ang mga aligasyong extrajudicial killings.
The judges based their decision on the evidence and arguments presented by the prosecutor and the defense during the confirmation of charges which took place in February 2026. The judges also considered the submissions of the parties and participants, including participating victims.
Ibig sabihin, hindi na ito usap-usapan lang, diretsahan na itong laban sa korte. Kasunod ito ng ilang pagtatangka ng dating Pangulo na makalaya mula sa pagkakadetain kung saan mahigit 1 taon na siyang nakakulong. Ngunit malinaw ang ICC, tuloy ang kaso.
Now that the case is committed to a trial, how soon can the proceedings begin, and are we looking at a realistic timeline?
So this will really depend on the circumstances of this case. It will be up for the judges to decide when to start the trial, and what will happen now. So the presidency will constitute a trial chamber composed of 3 different judges, and these judges will hold status conferences to confer with the parties, so with the defense and the prosecution, on a number of matters.
Matatandaang matagal nang iginigiit ni Duterte na wala ng jurisdiksyon ang ICC dahil umatras ang Pilipinas sa Rome Statute noong 2019.
Disclosure of evidence, readiness for trial, the participation of victims. So all these issues will be discussed with the chamber, and then the chamber will set a date for the trial. I cannot speculate. It will really depend on the circumstances of the case. We're looking at a few months before the trial will start, and it's the same for the duration of the trial itself. So it will really depend on the number of witnesses that will be called by the parties, and the nature of the crimes. Those crimes require a vast amount of evidence, so these proceedings can be quite complex.
Pero mariing sinabi ng korte na sakop pa rin nito ang mga aligadong krimen dahil naganap ang mga ito noong miyembro pa ang bansa ng ICC.
And yes, the judges will really balance the fairness of the trial and the speed and the effectiveness of the proceedings.
Mas lalo pang umiinit ang kaso dahil mahigit 500 biktima ang pinayagang lumahok sa mga paglilitis. Isang malinaw na senyales na lumalakas ang panawagan para sa hustisya.
Do you have any new witness that might be part of the trial, sir?
Marami po. Maraming witnesses na lumalabas at eventually iba nandoon na, no? Yung si Garma was the latest one. Si Colonel Garma, umayag siya na maging testigo. So, nandoon na siya sa witness protection ng ICC. Meron pa ring mga iba na in transit, ika nga. doon.
Sa sentro ng usapin ang kontrobersyal na war on drugs ni Duterte na matagal nang binabatikos ng human rights groups dahil sa umano'y pag-target sa maliliit na tulak habang hindi nasasaling ang malalaking drug syndicates. Mariin namang itinanggi ni Duterte ang lahat ng paratang, tinawag pa itong isang garapal na kasinungalingan habang iginiit ng pulisya noon na ang mga pagpatay ay ginawa lamang bilang self-defense.
Tapos meron na rin naunang one of the original members din ng Davao Death Squad na bukod pa kay Las Cañas at Matubato, meron na rin doon. At I think
But he's not been named. I've not heard.
He's not been named, but hindi rin namin na ipresenta yun dito pero maaga pa lang, I think 2018 pa lang na ilabas na ito ng mga ibang nagpa-facility.
Tinangka rin ng kampo ng dating Pangulo na ipawalang bisa ang partisipasyon niya sa kaso sa pagsasabing may cognitive impairment siya pero hindi ito pinaniwalaan ng mga hukom.
I've been able to see Mr. Duterte today to talk about the confirmation decision. However, I did pick up the phone and I spoke to him and I informed him of the decision. And as I said yesterday, he's stoical. We didn't build up his hopes either about this decision or about the jurisdiction decision yesterday. He did ask me, what's the evidence? As I said at the confirmation hearing, what's the evidence to show that I actually committed these murders which they say I committed? And I said to him, you know what, Mr. Duterte, let me have a look. So I had a look through this decision, and I can't even see one piece of evidence cited in the footnotes.
Ayon sa medical experts na kinonsulta ng ICC, fit pa rin umano si Duterte na humarap sa paglilitis at gamitin ang kanyang legal rights.
We argued for at least 2.5 days. We went into details about the evidence. We said why each one of those incidents should not be confirmed. But the pre-trial chamber judges haven't even cited one piece of evidence in their footnotes to justify their decision.
Para sa mga kritiko ng dating administrasyon, ito ay isang makasaysayang sandali. Para sa mga pamilya ng mga nasawi, ito ang matagal nang hinihintay na pag-usad ng hustisya.
He's doing normal things. He doesn't do much. He watches TV, if that's what you want to know. He watches TV, he reads books. Though not I'm not sure, but the last book that I remember he read was Humankind by Rutger Bregman. He's still sharp, very intelligent man, but
Para sa mga kritiko ng dating administrasyon, ito ay isang makasaysayang sandali. Para sa mga pamilya ng mga nasawi, ito ang matagal nang hinihintay na pag-usad ng hustisya. Sa isang banda, selebrasyon ito para sa mga lumaban sa impunity at state-sponsored violence. Sa kabilang banda, mapait pa rin ang katotohanang hindi na maibabalik ang libu-libong buhay na nawala. Ito na ba ang simula ng tunay na pananagutan? Tuloy ang laban at mas lalo pang iinit ang usaping ito sa mga susunod na araw.